Good morning, children.
Good morning, sir.
Dear children, today we'll be learning an interesting grammar topic. Okay, the topic is present participle. In the examination question paper, you will be given two sentences and then you will be asked to join both the sentences using present participles. But how can we the sentences and make it one sentence? And what are present participles? Straight away, we will be going through an example and then we will be writing the answer. Right? Devi Nagasura, read out both these sentences.
The firefighters finally put out the fire. They worked round the clock.
Very good. The firefighters put out the fire. They worked round the clock. These two are the sentences given. And we are asked to join both the sentences using a present participle. What is a present participle? You just add ing form to the verb. Place it in the beginning of the answer. Then join both the sentences. So we have to identify the verbs in both the sentences. In the first sentence there will be one verb. And in the second sentence one more verb is given. And you have to identify the verbs in both the sentences. Right? And what is the verb given in the first sentence? Durga Satish, give the answer. Put. Very good. Put is the verb in the first sentence. Then what is the verb given in the second sentence? Gangalanta?
Work, sir.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Work is the verb from the second sentence. Right. So identifying verbs is the step 1. And now step 2. What is step 2? Identifying the action that has been completed first. Okay, two sentences have been given. Two actions have been taken place. And which is the action that is completed at first? The firefighters finally put out the fire. That's the first sentence or first action. They worked round the clock. So unless they work round the clock, they cannot put out the fire. So the action that has been completed first is situated in the second sentence. They worked round the clock. So only then it will be possible to put out the fire. Now we will be adding both these sentences. So you have to take work. Because work is found in the action that has been completed first. For the verb work, you have to add ing form. Then it will be working. Working round the clock. And then you have to join this sentence. The firefighters. The fire, reach. Let me reach. Working round the clock, the firefighters finally put out the fire. In this manner, you have to join both the sentences using present participles. One verb has to be taken, and that verb will have to be taken from the action that is completed first in a sentence. And then you have to add ing form to the verb given, and it becomes like this. The verb worked becomes working. Then you have to complete this sentence and then you have to join this sentence to this sentence and you will be getting the answer like this. So it becomes a single sentence. So this is present participle. Working is present participle. And now we answer for the second example. These two sentences will be read by Sunath. Sunath, come here. Sunath, read both these sentences.
Here's the news. They started crying.
That's good. And now step 1. Identification of verbs. Kavya, identify the verb in the first sentence.
Hold, sir.
Yes, heard. Heard is the verb from the first sentence. Durga Veer Babu, what is the verb in the second sentence? Tell me.
Started, sir.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Started is the verb that we see in the second sentence. Right? Now, we have to identify the action that is completed first. Here, two actions are performed in both these sentences. One action in the first sentence, another action in the second sentence. So, which action has been completed first? He heard the news. He heard certain news. He started crying. So, this news may be a bad news. This news may be a bad news, that's why he was crying. So, obviously, this is the first completed action. In this sentence, we can observe the action that has been completed first. Right. So, this verb will have to be taken heard will have to be taken and started will have to be ignored. And what shall be the step number 3? You have to add ing form to this verb here. Hearing. Hearing the news. This full stop becomes comma. After joining both these sentences, the sentence becomes like this. Hearing the news, he started crying. So in this manner, you have to join both the sentences using present participle. One verb will have to be taken. You have to add ing form to that particular verb. Place that verb in the beginning of a sentence and then rewrite both the sentences appropriately. Here, most important rule which is to be followed is you need to identify the action that is completed first and the action that is completed next. It can also be identified in this manner. Reason and result. In one sentence, you can observe the reason. In another sentence, you will be witnessing the result. Result. Dear children, another example is here. Here also we can see two sentences. Surasri, read both the sentences.
The captain won the toss. He elected to field first.
That's correct. Look at this third example. Dear children, this example will be answered by Vijayalakshmi. Dear children, is Vijayalakshmi right or wrong? Yes, she is absolutely correct. Very good, Vijayalakshmi. Go to your place. So let us take a look at this example. Here, two sentences have been given. And what is the first step? You have to identify the verbs in both the sentences. What is the verb in the first sentence? Won. And the verb in the second sentence is elected. And then you have to identify the action that is completed first. In the cricket field, what is the action that is completed in the beginning? Toss. Obviously, this is the first completed action. So, we have to join both the sentences using a present participle. For taking present participle, you have to take the verb in the first sentence. See, here the verb is in its V2 form. But we need its root form. What is the root form of one? Win. Win, one. These three are the forms of this verb. Okay, V1 form is win. And then to WIN win, you have to add ing form. It becomes winning. It becomes a present participle. You have to place the present participle in the beginning of a sentence. WINNING. And it is followed by the words like this. The toss. Full stop becomes comma. And he is the pronoun. But we have to incorporate a noun here. What is the noun? The captain. The captain elected to field. So the answer becomes winning the toss, comma, the captain elected to field. That's the answer. Now one more example will be done by Lakshmi. Dear children, is Lakshmi's answer right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Right, absolutely correct. Very good, Lakshmi. Go to your place. How can we answer this question? Take a look at here. There are two sentences. What are those? Raju came to Kakinada. He saw the beach. Now, you have to identify the verbs in both the sentences. What is the verb in the first sentence? Anusha, tell me the answer. Came. Yeah, she is absolutely correct. Then what is the verb in the second sentence? Isaac Paul. Saw. Yeah. Now we need to identify the action that is completed first. Raju came to Kakinada. He saw the beach. Raju came to Kakinada. He saw the beach. Whenever we go to a particular place, then only it will happen to see another place. Obviously, this is the action that is completed first. Raju came to Kakinada. This action completed first. So we have to take this verb. But this verb is in its V2 form. We have to drag it to V1 form. What is the V1 form of came? Come. Now you have to add ing form to come. It becomes coming. It becomes coming. It is a present participle. Then you have to continue writing the answer. Coming to Kakinada, full stop becomes comma. Pronoun is replaced by noun. Noun Raju. Raju saw the beach. That's it. That's the answer. And this is the way to answer the questions connected to present participles. Hope you will be doing more number of examples to get a thorough command over this topic. Dear children, thanks for watching this video and we'll be meeting you in my next session tomorrow. Until then, bye.